What's up and welcome back. I'm John Stark from MacTheMovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic, and this is Lesbian Space Princess. And this will either become clickbait or maybe just nobody will click on it, one of the two things. But this film has an inordinate amount of attention for an Australian LGBTQ animated feature with not really a strong voice cast behind it. Um, the people are already upset. There was a movie called The Lesbian Space Princess, and immediately they're debating how woke it is without having seen it. Is it appropriate for kids? Well, it's called Lesbian Space Princess. At bare minimum, if I had kids, I would do more research. Um, I don't know. I have so many thoughts. So I didn't get audio description for this, which is the biggest one. I have to start as the blind. I have to be blind first. Sorry, guys. I can't be LGBTQ. I have to start blind. I didn't really expect this to have audio description. Again, it's Australian. It's an international import. It's bounced around film festivals. It's like I saw another indie animated film this year called Boys Go to Jupiter. It didn't have audio description. I try to support independent film. I became more aware of this film not because I subscribed to the woke media, but just simply because there was a press release that came out of the ATL Outfest Film Festival that Lesbian Space Princess won like an award, and I was like, oh well, I should see that. I want to see the films that are doing well, and I got a screener opportunity for it, so I took it. It's that simple. It's really just I've reviewed over 325 films this year across a smattering of genres from all of the different streaming services and content and all the weird providers, and it's I do everything. So the fact that I'm also a member of the LGBTQ community doesn't necessarily mean that I was like, oh my God, I must review this. Because there was always the trepidation of being blind, not having audio description, and then walking into a project like Lesbian Space Princess and being like, huh, well, I didn't get anything out of that. However, I did get something out of this. And I know people are like, oh my God, the villains in here are the straight white malians. Yeah, it's adult animation. So, a lot of this stuff that is done in adult animation is often pushing back on whatever. And it's true, a lot of this stuff comes maybe from the angle that you may not see yourself in. It may be hard for you to see yourself in this content, but I would argue if you can't see yourself here, I don't know that you can see yourself in South Park. I don't know if you can see yourself in Big Mouth. I don't know if you can see yourself in a lot of edgy adult animation. So I'm sorry. Uh, I don't know, Exploding Kittens. I'm trying to think of like other ones that I've seen that are a little bit more on the other side. Hotel Hell? Was that the one in Amazon? I think that was the name of the one on Amazon. Might also be a completely different series, but if you know of the one that I'm talking about where the spawn of Satan is trying to. I mean, there was that one. So there's adult animation is such a field right now. It's very popular, and it's why we get things like Universal Basic Guys. I think that's the name of the show. Again, another. There's so many adult animation, right? Adult animated shows right now. Like it used to be hard back in the day to get more than one. We had like The Simpsons, and then like they kept trying to pair something with The Simpsons. I remember the Critic. I remember some of the failed ones, and then when the other networks tried to do them, like there was the PJs, stuff that ran for like short periods of time and nothing really lasted. Then you got King of the Hill finally, and then Futurama and Family Guy, but then Family Guy got canceled and brought back. Now there's adult animation everywhere. I don't know what that says about society, but it's everywhere. And this is just a perspective. It may not be yours, and that's okay. Um, and I I enjoyed this. It made me laugh. Is it my favorite film of the year? No, it's not. It's actually this year I think has been pretty weak for animation. So the fact that I could say this is my favorite animated feature of the year, but it wouldn't be by much. And it's like right up there. I'm seriously like this, Elio and K-pop Demon Hunters are all about equal about how I feel about them, where I could pull a name out of a hat and be like, best animated feature is blank, and be happy with either one of those three. I really don't know what the answer to that question would be. I hope I see something before the end of the year that absolutely blows my mind. But I haven't yet. So I've seen some films that I would say I like, I really like, but I haven't seen anything that I truly love. I'm missing that film. Like last year with The Wild Robot. It just totally blew me away. But we do start off, and we're in gay space, and there's a there is a lesbian princess, and she does have a bounty hunter girlfriend, Kiki, who she breaks up with, and, well, breaks up with her, which sets forth in motion sort of the plot of the film. Kiki ends up getting kidnapped by the straight white Malians, who don't really have like a homophobic agenda. They have more of like they don't like lesbians because because there aren't any chicks around. Like, it's one of those things where they're like, we're all the chicks, we're all the babes. And they bought a chick magnet off the internet. This is seriously the plot of the film, by the way. But it didn't have batteries, and the only battery that's gonna power it is something that the princess has. So they had to kidnap Kiki to try to lure the princess out of, because she never leaves gay space, and I guess they can't go into gay space. So the princess, who never leaves her little planet, is going to have to make a choice if she wants to try to save her ex, who she's still in love with. And it's kind of that desperation of like, but you guys broke up. And there's some people who are like, oh my God, are you saving your ex? You know, like, she broke up with you, like, move on. So it goes after a whole bunch of different ideas and topics. And yeah, this is not for kids. I don't know, teenagers might be fine with it. It's, make your choices. But again, because they have access to, I can't say I've been really surprised by stuff like Big Mouth and some of the stuff that they're able to get into, like Sausage Party, right? So if your kids are already watching Big Mouth and Sausage Party, I'm not sure that this isn't porn. It's not animated porn. It has adult content in it, absolutely, but I would argue so does Big Mouth, so does Sausage Party, Foodtopia. There is risque content that's already available. I don't understand the weird backlash to this film. There's queer cinema, guys. I don't know what to tell you. There's cinema that's made for LGBTQ audiences, and it's not really made for mainstream. I don't think this is getting a 3,000 screen release. This is not being made by Disney Pixar. It's not a DreamWorks Animation release. This is not being marketed at kids for like a wide audience, like, so the kids might stumble into this, or parents are like, I don't know, are we going to go to Zootopia 2, or are we going to go to Lesbian Space Princess? The choices are so tough here. But also at the same time, I'm not really sure the messaging here is bad if you have LGBTQ youth and they need something where they see themselves. I think that's the important thing, is that when you have content and you have the ability, we have so much content that's out there now across all of the streaming services, across all film and VOD and all these different streaming platforms, all of these independent film hubs where people can put up their content, just like even straight to YouTube and find an audience, or to TikTok or wherever you put your own content up. So anybody can make really specific content like this, and it'll find its audience. It's weird that it's attracted the wrong audience and the wrong attention for being a film out of Australia that's like an independent animated film, and the takeaway for certain people on the internet has been, this thing is here to ruin. This is part of the woke. It has woke gone international? Is woke everywhere now? If this came out of like, is there a country that isn't woke yet? Is there a woke free zone? Like, do we just assume that everything that comes out of any sort of ideology that's not yours is immediately woke? I don't understand. So I thought this was fun. It's funny. It has some parts. She does pick up a pop star along the way. She also picks up like a robot of some kind, or cyborg. I don't have audio description. I don't know what he is, but I thought he was funny. She has sort of like a sidekick along the way of undeterminate origin. Again, audio description would help with these things. So, but it does have nice satirical writing to it. I did laugh a couple times. I thought it was really silly, really stupid, and I didn't realize there was a backlash until after I watched it and I looked up to see what other people's reactions were to it, and like it's a whole bunch of people who haven't seen the movie were really upset. And they're like, it has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Critics out here are giving it a perfect score. The Guardian gave it a 4 out of 5. What? That's not a perfect score. We need to talk about how aggregation works. So yeah, so my grade is not going to be 10 out of 10 for this. So it's not a perfect score. Am I going to go fresh? Yes, I am. Shocking, I know. So yeah, I'm fresh on this, but at the same time, it's not a perfect score. But what Rotten Tomatoes does is it aggregates and shows you the percentage of critics who have liked the movie versus not liked the movie. So believe me, I saw the film reaction from the guys at Film Threat. It will not stay at 100%. They are chomping at the bit to release about 10 different videos having to do with Lesbian Spcae Princess to try to attract, and they're on the tomato meter. So it will not stay at 100%, but I'm not going to be the one to change it. So yeah, this is, if it's not meant for you, it's not meant for you. That's fine. Like, as of this recording, I will say I have not started into The Chosen Adventures, the animated series on Amazon. I haven't watched The Chosen. I did try Book of David. I didn't quite get into that. I thought the production value was high, but I knew ultimately that I wouldn't be interested in that in the long run. So with The Chosen Adventures, like animated adventures, I'm intrigued and I want to at least check it out to see if it's worth talking about from an audio description perspective. But I, at the same time, I'm not going to try to post content about like how people shouldn't watch The Chosen Adventures. If I don't feel like it's for me, then okay, fine. If I feel like it's aimed to a very specific demographic that doesn't speak to me, then it's aimed at somebody. So it's the new VeggieTales, I guess. So we'll see. But for Lesbian Spcae Princess, I wish it had audio description. I think that's the only thing that's hampering it a little bit on my scoring. But it is basically like around the same score that I would give K-pop and Elio. So, which are really good, not great animated features this year. I'm missing my Wild Robot. I need my one animated feature that just gives me all of the vibes and feels. And I haven't had that. I don't have my Spider-Verse. I don't have that thing this year. So, but this was fun. I'm gonna give it a 7.9 out of 10. Obviously, I assume there will be comments here because there are reaction videos to this that have like 50,000 views, and that person didn't even see the movie. They're just reacting to the existence of the movie. So there you go, seeing the movie. And other people will too, but you don't have to. There's no law that says that you have to watch Lesbian Spcae Princess. I know, shocking. We live in a free world where you're able to choose to not watch this movie if you don't want to. It's not forcing you to watch Lesbian Spcae Princess. But I think the people who are intrigued by Lesbian Spcae Princess will know they are. And I think this will find its audience on its own. I have faith. However, there will be this is why we can't have nice things anymore people who are just going to stand on the outside and yell at it because that's what we do. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the other side.